Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Million Ducat Challenge. I've been working on consolidating a little bit of trade. I've built some more ships. As you can see, we are currently having a lot more ships. I think I built up around 100 ships already, and we're gonna get some more. We're gonna build at least up to a force limit, but this is an important point. We make some money. uh, we can check our income. Look at that. Look at that trade income. That really helps all those ships. We also, well, I'm gonna talk about it later. We can grab the ID, the Grand Navy ID. So 50% increased force limit modifier for our fleet. So we can get a grand total of 410 ships now, which is adequate. It's quite nice. It's a good amount of ships that we can build now. And we're protecting a lot more in the region now. We are protecting in Malacca. We're protecting enough that we have the majority of the trade power. And as you can see, the trade goods are the production here is increasing, and so is the money that is flowing out of the trade now. Also, because we send a lot from the Moluccas to Malacca, this value just skyrockets. We're gonna, I think, build up to 100 ships, and it's all going to Zanzibar, and the majority of it is going down. We probably have to increase our fleet size here a little bit, or maybe a little bit more than a little bit. I think we're gonna go up to 50 ships for now. That's the beauty about money and having plenty of sailors. The thing is, we need to make sure that we stay at a positive amount of sailors that we gain each month. Otherwise, it will slowly dwindle away. We are gaining a 265, and we're using 280 sailors each month. So total, we get about 40 sailors each month, which is not that much. We're probably going to increase the fleet in the Gulf of Aden, but not yet, because that's not very important just yet, because majority of the trade of Gao still sitting in that node, and I couldn't protect trade there because I didn't have the supply range to for the ships. So I checked all these countries if they were willing to get me fleet basing rights, and yes, this little guy here, Hadramut, I think it's pronounced, gave me fleet basing rights. So we basically want to keep him around. Maybe we want to make him an ally, so that we can protect him, so that we have at least some form of fleet basing. Maybe we could go to war with Maghra at some point to get this island or something like that, so that we have a base of operation. We had a province, yeah, we had Mombasa, I think. Yes, we had Mombasa for our own. Or is it still province? No, we had a province up here, I think, that allowed us to, and we had Gao, of course, so we could easily protect trade here. But now we had to work around it. That's an update on the situation. We are also increasing the fleet here in Portugal. So we are at 71 trade power. Of course, we are going to get that up a little bit more. And we still might want to get Sevilla at some point, but that might be something that I will do a lot later. Bring all my troops here, just see if I can blitzkrieg my way through it. Because it's just that one province. Don't know what a war score is. It's only 70% war score, so that's not too much. If we can bring, like, let's say, all my troops here, so that's 100k, and we can pull in France, and then we will just blitz for Sevilla and for his capital from Madrid. Madrid is his capital, right? Oh no, Toledo is. If we can blitz for Toledo, Toledo is easy to defend if he attacks me because it's grassland. Then we might be able to get Sevilla in an easy war, but that's something that we want to do later. I'm gonna continue playing with the trade, and I will be back once there is a big update. Something that's also interesting, I did a couple of missions. I didn't have the high income, I need an income of more than 300 ducats. So I got that, and that gave me this one very easy because I had those buildings already. And building a treasury wasn't very difficult because 2,000 ducats with this kind of income is easily done. And now this is a bit of a cheesy tactic, I think, but I'm gonna use it anyway. I'm gonna do everything I have to get to that million ducats. Because I have the build manufacturers, I could click this button now. It would give me 6,000 ducats, but that is based on your income. I think it's about I don't know what it is based around your income because this amount is increasing. It was at 5,000 ducats or something when I first unlocked the mission. I thought, you know what, if it goes up, why don't I just wait until my income is so high that I get maybe 50k or maybe even 100k ducats out of this? That would be lovely. That would be a really easy way to get a lot of money in my treasury. So we're gonna wait there and we're gonna click that button as late as possible. Alright, that was a very long introduction, but I'm sure you're used to that by now. Keep watching. I will be back hopefully with some more interesting updates. Maybe a little war here to get Colima to the Portuguese Mexico. I kind of want to get a colonial nation in Brazil just to have one, because the Amazonas is nobody is there really. So if we can increase the trade power here, that gives me another well, it gives me another nation that it gives me tariffs. It's not that much, but still it's really nice to have, and it gives me more trade, of course. And yeah, why not colonize this land? I know it's Spain claimed the land, so you have a little bit less settler increase, but still it's gonna be reasonably fast, I think. So that are my plans for this session. I will be back when something important happens. I'm gonna fight a minor war on Colima. It's a really easy war, I think. 20k versus 6k, and he's out-teched by a lot. He is tech 9, I'm tech 19. So that shouldn't be an issue at all. We're gonna give that land to Portuguese Mexico. I have to keep an eye on the Liberty Desire because that's actually quite high. And I'm giving him more development, so it will get even higher. I got a lot of positive diplomatic reputation, so we might be able to work on that for possibly. We could also develop a little bit. It will decrease, each point of development will decrease the Liberty Desire by 5%, so we can just check the really cheap provinces and do a little bit of development, not too much. I mean, it lowers the Liberty Desire by quite a lot. I mean, 1 tick of development for 5 Liberty Desire is really good. So we're gonna win this war, and then Portuguese Mexico will be nice and large. After that, we'll probably figure out a way to. We're gonna check whether where we can send the settlers. The Papal State is not happy with us because we not honor the Treaty of Tortillas, I think it's called, but that's okay. Let's see, the guilds. I have to pay more attention to this. The guilds are in charge, right? Yes, global trade power, naval maintenance, which is nice, but no, the traders are in power. But in the end, we will probably want guilds to power. The more we go towards the, I think in 100 years we definitely want guilds to be permanently in power. Yeah, I think we will lose a bit of prestige, gain admin, and let the guilds get a little bit of power there. So yeah, not much has been going on. That's the thing with colonization games. It's a bit of a waiting game now. So I will be back if there are some interesting updates. We'll quickly peace out Colima for all of its provinces and 20 ducats. Wow, this is a bit of manpower, but Portuguese Mexico is nice and big now. We can take another ID. I know I have claims. Ooh, Navy leader maneuver +2. That's actually really good. We got a 5 maneuver admiral now, who's protecting trade here, and he is increasing our ship trade power by 25%. So that's really something that we should take a look at to see if we can afford. Yeah, we could probably afford another admiral if we had a diplo point. So that's something that we're gonna do if we get a diplo points. Get another admiral. Why am I negative balance? Ooh, that's because we decided to go ham on the on the colonization game. I think that this is one colony too much. I can do it for a little while, but not too long. So yeah, we're losing a little bit of money, but we have plenty of time before we run out of cash. So that's not really a big deal. Gonna continue. I started colonies here. Hopefully the armies will be there in time to actually suppress any natives, and we will get another colonial nation over there. Ooh, actually, not my problem. That's a problem of New Portugal. He can solve that himself. So we want to get another colonial nation here with 10 provinces. That gives us another merchant and some force limit, some naval force limit. We are closing in on our force limit, but I think we can afford to go over it. But I will continue playing. I'm not sure. Yeah, Australia will get that will become a colonial nation for us as well, as soon as these colonies finishes, and then we want to have 10 provinces here as well, which might be 1, 2, 3. That might be a bit of a challenge because provinces, most of the Australian provinces are gone already. So we'll see how we how we can solve that issue. The factories institution has spawned the manufactories. In fact, they have spawned in Ragusa. That's actually wow. Alright, but that doesn't really matter. We just teched up, so that's not gonna affect us too much. Because I think we are what was this button again? Oh, here it is. Yeah, we're getting so much progress each month here. This is in Lisboa. We get, yeah, because of the manufactory and things like that, we could, if we want to, get the plus 33% spread edict. But I don't think it's worth it. It's gonna take another, I don't know, another 12 years before we tech up. So 11 years. So I'm not gonna bother with it. We will probably have manufactories by the time that we by the time that we can tech up. I'm not sure when the age of absolutism ends. Is it 1700? Something around that. So we are stuck with this crappy age for a long time, but that's okay. We're making money again. We completed one colony, so I think no, we didn't, but or did we? Yes, we did. I think yes, we did. So so we're making money again. It's not much for what we could make, but it's enough. Our trade income, as we increased it spectacularly in a short period of time by building a lot of ships. It has stagnated a little bit. We could increase it by getting more trade power here, but that's not gonna change a whole lot. So we have to figure out where we can actually increase our income. Maybe the Gulf of Aden, but not so much. Probably here we could send a little bit more to the Gulf of Aden, and here as well we can send a little bit more to Ceylon. We send up to Gao. So that's probably where we can spend our next. Yeah, we get 20. We can still build 20 more ships. So that's definitely something that we can do, and we will of course get more naval force limit later down the line. And there we go. We finished our Maritime ID group. That is actually excellent for us. Ooh, that gives us a decision. Embargo efficiency. I think we're gonna do that. The improved relation is kind of sucks, but I'm not gonna private to it, but that increases the efficiency of embargo on Spain. That will probably update next month. Increase speed 3. Let's see. Yeah, we are really efficient at embargoing Spain. I mean, he is barely getting an increase in trade power here because I'm embargoing him. Look at this difference. It's great. Really really good to have so much trade power in a home node. I barely need this province. I barely need Sevilla. I actually I don't really need it, but I think it will help. Let's see. Let's get the inflation because minus 0.25 yearly inflation reduction. It's really strong. Have you any interesting policies? Yes, we got the naval infrastructure policy. We can get. And wait a second. I think how many policies can we enact? We got the monopoly one. We could get the additional sailors. Wait, did I already have that? This is a different one. Encouragement of the merchant navy and the statute of monopoly. Oh, those are two different things. That's definitely something that we want to enact towards the end of the game when we don't really have much use for these points. Ooh, we should get a new guy here. I'd like to trade efficiency guy, but just for the extra money. He's gonna pay for himself, but we cannot upgrade him. And at this point, I value the points a little bit more than the money. So we're gonna get for the diplomatic reputation guy, and we're gonna upgrade him to at least a level 3 advisor, maybe to a level 5 later down the line. We're losing 2 points because we have the policy. I think I'm gonna go for the for diplomatic focus, so we get more diplo points. Because we have some good policies which we will probably want to add. For instance, the 33% naval force limit is really going to help us, but to actually get that, I think we need to enact the sailor modifier as well. So that's really expensive. Can we get rid of the global settler increase? How are we doing here on settler increase? Yeah, it's probably worth it to revoke that when we hit level 23. I mean, the global settler increase is already really high for me, but it will even get higher later in the game, so we can easily get rid of that policy. I don't really need the ships just yet, and if I get for the plus 33% naval force limit, I'm definitely going to get issues with sailors. I'm already at having a bit of an issue. So yeah, that's something that we need to keep an eye on. I never thought you would have sailor issues. I mean, normally in a normal game you don't really run into them, but this time we definitely do. That was it for this episode. It wasn't really an exciting one. There wasn't much going on. It was just building ships and playing a little bit more. Next episode, it's probably going to be a little bit more exciting. I decided to do another war. I made a mistake, by the way, by playing here. I accidentally got rid of the thingamajig. No, I didn't get rid of anything. I accidentally created a state in Brunei, and that got rid of the add to trade company button, and I couldn't get it back. Then I thought, you know what, who cares, I'm gonna make it into a trade city. Unfortunately, a trade city only gives 50% of the trade power, so we lost a lot of trade power here. That's rather unfortunate, but there's not really much that we can do. By the way, did I embargo Malacca? No, but you are my rival, right? Wow, that would be so stupid. Yeah, Malacca is my rival, so um, that will help a lot. Actually, that will change a lot. Yeah, mine is 45%. So let's go to the end of the month and see how this changes. Just for the end of the episode, that might some redemption for my mistake I made there. Still considering getting these centers of trade because you know, still well, there's still 28 ducats here, so that's still quite a lot. And if you can get the let's say 20 ducats of those 28 and send it back home, it will be increased by the trade steering. So that's a lot of money that we can get home. So plus, if we have more land, we can. I'm not sure if he builds manufactories. Yes, he has plantations and things like that, but not everywhere, I think. So if we actually conquer land here, doesn't actually have any production building. So if we conquer this land, we can build the production buildings, and that will increase the trade output by a lot. So that's something we definitely keep an eye on. That's so much money there. We're gonna conquer the Philippines. That's probably next episode. Gonna declare war on Tondo, and that will drag in Majapahit. So we will get some more of the Malaccas. I think I'm gonna grab as much land as I can. I probably will go after Majapahit first, so I'll put down an army here and an army there. Will probably bring my army from the New World. I'm not gonna conquer anything anymore for these guys. Maybe I will send some colonists to help them expand, but I don't know. The New World isn't that great. I'm sorry, but this area is so much better. But that might be due to the fact that there's barely any colonized land here in America. If we actually went in and decided to colonize California, which is already colonized by France, that would probably be a lot better. But it doesn't really, in the end, it doesn't really matter who colonizes it. I mean, it doesn't matter if I colonize it or Spain, because we both send the trade to Sevilla, and I'm the one that controls the trade node. So that doesn't really matter, but it's actually quite important that this area gets colonized, because I think there's a lot of money to be had from all these provinces. I mean, we're sending 6 ducats from the Mississippi River, which is this whole area. We could, I think that could be easily doubled. If we expand a colonial nation this way and we build production buildings, it will be more than doubled that way. So that's actually quite a lot of money. The same goes for here, down here, the Rio Grande. We can send that to the Caribbean and send it all the way back home. And the same goes for Brazil. There's a whole big blob of land which hasn't been colonized. And the trade flows all the way to the Ivory Coast. So there's still a lot of work to do. That was a very long outro. I'm sorry for that. The video is probably running way too long now, but I just like to explain my plans. But we're gonna conquer the Philippines. We're gonna conquer some stuff here. Hopefully, I will prepare a lot better this time. Well, that's the plan anyway. So hopefully we won't run into any difficulties. I'm still thinking how I'm gonna do that with the fleet. I need some heavies, but before I do that, I'm gonna check how many heavies Majapahit and Tondo actually have, because we still have a problem with sailors. So, and we don't have any heavies. So that's something we should look into. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that we can get the 1,000,000 ducats. But the longer I play, the more confident I actually get. I mean, what, plus 150 a month is not nearly enough to have it. We need plus 1,000 by 1700, and then we need to stop spending money, and then we can make it. But I think we can increase this by quite a bit. Plus, we have this nice little mission button, which is still at 6,100 ducats because my income hasn't really changed. That's rather unfortunate about this episode. My income didn't change a whole lot. But once this doubles, or more than doubles, that will probably be worth a lot more. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.